Danny Swift.
DSG.
DSG
Stop grinding.
Did his Doug Thizzle.
Was that your dad that coined that acronym for him?
Don't stop grinding.
Yeah.
I never heard that one for him before.
I think that was a Kenny
And you
Porter
think that
original.
was my dad that did it? Nah, I never heard that one.
Yeah, I think that was a Kenny Porter original.
Okay.
Shout
Well, you
out,
know
Kenny.
better than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a Kenny Porter fan.
I don't remember ever hearing him say that one.
Yeah, I think it was when Angel and Kenny were sitting next to each other in the build-up for your fight.
Okay.
And your dad had a shirt on underneath, and he opened up his vest, and it was a DSG shirt.
Oh, okay.
And I think your dad was like, that stands for Don't Stop Grinding. I'm a Danny Garcia fan.
Okay. I ain't
the
mad
classy
at him.
Kenny Porter.
I ain't mad at him. Yeah. You know, funny enough, I got to see some of the highlights of this fight with Danny Swift Garcia, and you got classic Danny, like all the way around. When given the time and the space, he looks like a true weapon in the ring, right?
Yeah.
But when you got someone who's moving, forcing him to use his feet, or you got someone who's really trying to hustle, forcing him to use his hands, those are when you would see like moments where it's like, man, this dude's struggling a little bit more than I thought DSG would struggle. Those were kind of the things that became his Achilles heel, for the sake of words, in the boxing ring. Movers, and then guys who you know had high work rates, except for that infamous left hook. And you know, while we have talked a lot about Ryan Garcia's hook, I think we talk about Ryan's hook because of the way he throws it, the way it lands, just the trajectory,
It's
the
a
whole
special
nine.
punch, for sure.
But this dude has always had like this special. That's been his specialty, you know.
Even though your dad, in the build-up to your fight, when I'd press him about it, is a Sean's aggressive style. What about? He goes, we're not worried about the bullshit left hook. Remember, that's what your dad said. He got a little snappy with me about it. But,
Right.
Well, to your point about comparing his hook with Ryan Garcia's, you know, no diss to Ryan, but his hook has actually led to world titles.
Yeah.
And has led to real accomplishments at the championship level in the sport.
Yeah.
And to your point, when you say once guys make him pick his feet up, once guys make him take the lead and make him pick his feet up, because he's a counter puncher.
Yeah.
That's when there's this significant gap between how he can look against styles that are favorable to him versus how he looks against style matchups that aren't. Case in point, you beat him, right? And this shows how styles make fights. You beat him, but you both fought Adrian Granados. Granados kind of took you life or death.
Right.
It made you think about not fighting
don't
anymore.
say life or death.
Did you not consider retirement
That
after
was
the
different.
fight?
That was different. And I didn't consider retirement after that fight. I just considered retiring in that fight.
What's the difference, audience? Anyway, no. But
I mean, but to your point, I mean, he gets in the ring with Granados and cleans up Granados in the first round, right?
a couple.
Well, it was
couple
won a couple rounds,
I
didn't it?
think.
Yeah.
But he looked spectacular.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, wow. And so just to speak to your point, this was vintage Danny. He was in against a guy where he could do his best stuff, his go-to moves, and he looked good doing it. And so I'm at the corn maze last night. You know, wifey's got us out at Moapa Valley. I go, damn, the internet's not good enough here. I'm not going to be able to find this fight. And I go, Sammy, 4 rounds, and then Danny's going to say, nah, I'm not retired.
Right.
I check the update, knocks him out in 4 rounds, and he's, you know.
And we haven't gotten that other side of it, though, yet, right?
I believe he said after the fight, he sure as hell didn't commit to retirement. And my thing is, kind of like Keith Thurman with Brock Jarvis, because I told you, you know, I favored Fundora to beat Keith. And I go, but he did look like he still had a little thirst for blood when he took care of Jarvis. And you go, yeah, because it's a lion, you know, eating a lamb. It's easy.
Right.
You know, of course, you're always going to enjoy digesting that meal.
Right.
So the thing for Danny is, do you think it's a false sense of security? Like, okay, you felt like yourself in there against this level of guy.
Right.
If you go back against a live body with a pulse at the championship level, it's going to go back to not being fun.
Right.
Should he just leave out on a you know, a relatively good note?
Shout out to Charlemagne in the Breakfast Club. I saw him doing an interview, and they asked him about retirement. They asked him about doing exhibitions, and you know, he made that classic Swift joke. Yeah, I'll do that all day and all night. That kind of thing. Like, you know, he's prepared to go out of fighting this boxing and go into fighting other YouTubers and things of that nature. I honestly could see him doing that if the money made sense. In terms of this being a sense of false security, getting this guy out of there, I don't think he's looking at this in that way, like man, I just did that, I can do it again. I think he knows where he's at now as a fighter.
Only certain fights and matchups make sense.
I think he's real with himself, and I think that because he's been through so much in and out of the ring, training. Don't forget, I'm the son of a coach as well, so I know how those days are when there's no fight coming. So there's a lot, and I don't think he's going to try to continue this journey, knowing what he has to put himself through, the kind of sacrifices and all those things. I looked at the knockout, and the first thing I thought was, when that lands and that happens the way it happens, you feel good. And even if it's that kind of guy again with that kind of money again, I got no clue what anything looked like for him. Of course, I hope it looked beautiful for him. But is he going to want to keep doing that? And I'm not sure. I don't think Danny doesn't strike me as the kind of guy that just because I felt it and it went all the way through my body, I want to feel it again. I still think he's on the trail of retirement. Remember, I said I think he's going to do something at home and then he's going to call it a day.
Yeah.
I still think that might happen.